Okay, yes, hello nieces and nephews, I'm your weird Uncle Ronald, and today I have another tier list for you. Alright, so with me is green screen. Let's get green screen up, and we can get started on this tier list. But Uncle Ronald, what is the tier list? Good question, me from over there. Well, the tier list is times you have to wait. Waiting tier list. So today's tier list is times you gotta wait. Alright, first instance you gotta wait. Waiting in line at the grocery store. So, I kinda hate waiting in line at the grocery store. We usually beeline for the self-checkout, cause you gotta pick the hottest cashier, right? But I hate waiting with like any amount of food. Cause like, you got ice cream, it's melting, you got anything else, it's going bad in your cart while you're waiting. I guess it also depends on how long the wait is. So we'll say an average of like 2 to 3 people. I'm gonna put it at C tier. In line at the drive-thru. Okay, again, this really depends on how hungry I am. If I'm like gnawing my arm off, it's gonna be lower. If I'm like, hey, I want some food, it's gonna be higher. I really think I would put it as the same as, well, I would put it higher than waiting at the grocery store. Because when you're waiting at the grocery store, you still gotta go home, you gotta put the food away, you gotta cook the food. But fast food, you get it, you could go and you can go munch on it right away. So I'm gonna put it at B tier. All right, the next scenario is waiting in the waiting room for the doctor. Okay, again, this is very dependent on what you're waiting for the doctor. Like if you're waiting on like results of a test, that's a little different than if you're just waiting in the waiting room for a checkup. I'm gonna say it's a checkup. So the waiting room could be really boring. And when I went to my pediatrician 10,000 years ago, they had like all these awesome I Spy pictures on the wall and like games you could play. Now when you go to the doctor, there's like nothing. It's not fun like when you went to the pediatrician. So I guess I have my phone, and my phone is plenty fun, so I'm gonna put it at a C tier. Okay, I put these two together. Waiting for Christmas or waiting for a birthday, and you are also like 7 years old. Cause waiting for Christmas now, I'm just kind of like, oh boy, I get to eat ham, I guess. But when you're a kid, you're like, oh man, I can't wait to get my bounty of gifts. So I'm gonna go with that. Waiting at that age for something that tremendous, I guess, I'm gonna put at D tier, because you really don't want to be waiting that long, but the payoff is great, which is why it's not F tier. Waiting in line at a theme park, specifically Disney World. Okay, so you're already in Disney World, so that's pretty awesome. And you know when you get to the end of that line, it's gonna be really awesome. You're gonna ride some great ride, but it's like an hour wait. But the line is always really cool, so you can't forget that part of it. So I'm gonna put it at B tier. Waiting in a car for the car ride to be over. I could have worded that way better. Waiting to get to your destination on a road trip. That's better. So, I hate this. I hate being on the highway. I hate being around all the semi trucks. Hate it. So, and plus, like, in a car, sure, you got your phone, you got tunes, you got music, and if you're a passenger, you could just put a movie on. But, like, you're really confined, you can't really, like, move around too much, you can't stand up even, you gotta wear your seatbelt the whole time. So, I'm gonna put this as a D tier. Alright, same thing except with a plane. You're waiting for your plane to get to its destination. So, same thing, except like a little bit better because the pilot is very experienced and there's like not a chance it could crash into another plane. Unless it did, that would be crazy, but they're very experienced. I feel more secure in a plane than in a car until I'm in the air. I'm like, I'm flying, I'd rather be in a car. But I would rather take a 5-hour plane ride than a 5-hour car ride, just because it's easier to fall asleep on a plane, I think. But where do I put it? Let's see. If car ride got D, it's one step above that. So we'll put C tier. Waiting for commercials to be over or YouTube ads. This is easy. F tier, because I hate ads. Forget that. Let's just get to the video. Alright, next instance you gotta wait an elevator. I'm putting this pretty high. I'm gonna say B tier because it's gonna be over in a few seconds and there's like this wonderful unspoken rule that nobody talks to each other on an elevator. That's nice. You get to push the buttons that light up, great. And it's better than taking the stairs, so B tier. Waiting for something to load. Okay, so I understand that as a society, we are all way more impatient than we used to be. Look at the Commodore 64. It would take like 60 hours to load a game and people would just live their lives and come back and be like, oh, the game's loaded now. When I see a loading bar and it's for more than a few seconds and it's like less than halfway, that's a pretty... I'm noticing how impatient I am now. It's pretty disheartening. So when you're waiting for something to load, I'm gonna give that a C tier. Next scenario, waiting for food to cook. Okay, well, you get to cook the food, which is a fun activity most of the time. You get to smell the food, which is a fun activity all of the time. And then when you're done waiting, you get to taste the food. So I'm gonna give that an A tier. My next waiting in line tier list instance is waiting for, you're on hold or waiting to come on to the phone with somebody when you're on a phone call. Waiting on hold. I hate it. You're never on hold for like a friend. It's always for like a doctor's office or some company. So I'm giving that F tier all the way. Alright, thanks for watching my tier list, nieces and nephews. If you would like to, you can subscribe, ring the damn bell, or go to hell, and follow me on TikTok. I post way more on TikTok. Uncle Roald on TikTok, and have a great life. Ah! Now the